Hey guys, welcome back to Kelly's Creations. I hope you all are having a blessed and wonderful Sunday, and I'm so glad you stopped by. If you're new to my channel, I post videos every Sunday, so if you like what you see, come on back next week. So today's video is going to be mixing two things together, acrylic pour and a wreath, which I'm so excited to do this. A friend of mine at work is decorating her office nautical and asked me if I would make some nautical decor for her, which I have so far, but she wanted a wreath for the door. And you know me, thinking outside the box, how could I make a very unique and different and creative wreath for her? So all of these items came from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to start by taking that canvas and giving it a nice coat of white acrylic paint just for the base for my acrylic pour. It makes the paint kind of go smoother and run better on the canvas if you already have a top coat of paint on it. So my paints I mixed with just some Elmer's glue and water. You just want like a kind of a pasty consistency, but mine came out just a little runny. I should have put just a little more glue in there. Mix Media Girl is great if you want to learn how to mix paints for acrylic pour. She's the go-to. I am new at this. So if you want to know how to mix these and how much to add, go to her channel and check it out. She does amazing acrylic pours. I'm just a newbie. So I'm taking different colors of blue. I start with black is my first row. Then I take different colors of blue, and I also take a gold. We're going to do what's called a swipe. And swipes are so neat to do, and you never know what you're going to get. So right now I'm just pouring rows of my color. Like I said, I started with black. My black was a little too runny, and I'm not level. You need to be level. And that's why my black was kind of running off the canvas. So I added some more black, and I just took some printer paper, folded it in half, and real gently started from the black and worked my way across. And you just see it come alive as you're pulling those paints across your canvas. I did add a little silicone to my paint because I wanted the cells. And cells are, you can see those circles forming on your canvas. And it just really creates a lot of cells. So there's the pour part of this. Look at that. It looks like an ocean, and that's exactly what I was going for. So many cells, so many different pops of color on this. That's beautiful. I absolutely love it. It's so easy. You don't need to be a painter to come up with these creative paintings. It's so much fun to do. Like I said, you want to know the ins and outs, go check out Mixed Media Girl. She's amazing. That's actually the channel that inspired me to even try doing an acrylic pour. So she knows a lot more about this than I do. I'm just a beginner. So I set that aside to dry, and I start working on my frame. This is just a square metal frame from Dollar Tree. I'm using this rope I get from Walmart because I think it looks nautical. And I'm using white nautical rope from the Dollar Tree, which is sporadic of when I can find it there. So I took my Walmart rope, and I'm just wrapping it around that metal wreath hanger, going around all of the what I call center parts of the wreath hanger. So I'm leaving the corners open because that's where I'm going to come in with the Dollar Tree thicker nautical rope, and I'm going to fill in those corners. Yes, this part is a little tedious, and it does take a little bit of rope. A lot of it. Is that a word? A lot of bit of rope. It takes a lot to fill this. So this is totally up to you. After I was done, a light bulb went off and I was like, why didn't I separate this nautical rope? It was really, really thick in the corners, and silly me, it's a braided rope. All I had to do was separate it. I would have had 3 ropes, if that makes sense, and it wouldn't have been as thick. But that's okay because we're going to fix that. So here's me brainstorming. It sounded good in my head, and then I go to do it, and it's just not working out the way I wanted it to, of trying to wrap this rope around. And then it dawned on me, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not a professional. I'm just a mom who crafts. So stop being so hard on myself. Get this rope in those corners anyway. I'm sure you guys can think of a better way to do this. I kind of cut pieces and stuck them in and kept going because I couldn't get it to wrap around as one cohesive piece without being too bulky. Like I said, I wish I would have just separated them. That would have made my life a lot easier. But I end up getting it wrapped around into all 4 corners, and no matter what, it looks nautical. If you mess this up, it still looks nautical, because nautical is not perfect. Nautical is, beachy. Nautical is stuff that's been outside forever. Nautical is worn down by the ocean. It doesn't have to be perfect, so do your best here. If you like this video so far, and you would like to really help out my channel, hit that like button, click that subscribe button, ring that bell for future notifications. I would love to see you every single Sunday and have conversations with you about projects that I've done that you like, or maybe if you don't like them, or let me know how I can make them better. I love hearing from you guys. You bring a smile to my face every Sunday. So as I said, here is me kind of just piecing these corners together. Not only was I having a problem with the corner, but I was running out of rope. So I was trying to do this without having to go to the store and buy more. Once I got my corners done, yes, they're not perfect, but we are going to be putting more stuff on this, so you're not going to see the imperfections. So that's what I was left with. Oh gosh. It's always good in your head, and then sometimes when you go to do that project, you just hit speed bumps, road bumps, whatever you call them. So now I thought it would be cute to use my Silhouette Cameo machine and print out "Work is better at the beach," kind of a play on "Life is better at the beach." So since this is going to be hanging in our office, I started out by Mod Podging my acrylic pour. Since I did use silicone oil, I knew that the vinyl was not going to stick to this. So I put a coat of Mod Podge on my pour, dried it really well, and then I took the vinyl letters that I printed off and put them right on my acrylic pour. I centered the canvas in the middle of my wreath and worked with it there. That way I knew where my words should be. This did take a little bit. My vinyl skills are not that great, and I always struggle with getting that top piece off. So I just had to just take a breath and just take my time. But I got it on there, and it looks so stinking cute. The painting with the bright blue colors and the white nautical rope. Oh, I'm loving how this wreath is turning out. I am using hot glue to secure this down, but at the end I do come back in with E6000. Right now I just need this to hold in place so I can get all the embellishments attached, get my hanger attached, and hot glue is perfect for that. I came in with some regular nautical rope from the Dollar Tree, and I added hot glue around the back of the canvas, and I attached the nautical rope to the wreath and to the side of the canvas. And I did that on both sides. The excess I cut off I actually came back in and I added more hot glue and I attached that to the top of this just to really get the hanger secure on there. Like I said, I'm going to come back in with E6000 and I am going to put it in the cracks and crevices and really get the canvas attached with E6000. But since that needs to sit for a few hours, I did that last. You do it any way you want. And I'm going to come back in, I'm going to go around the edges, and I'm going to go in the corners and really make sure that this does not fall off the wreath. Leave in the comments below if you have a better suggestion of how I could have attached these two. I really wasn't sure how. But this actually worked out perfect. It's not fallen and it is hanging, so it did work. Now I'm going to come back in with some of this netting that looks like fishnet. My Dollar Tree doesn't have this. This is from a previous project where I had left over. I did go to my Dollar Tree and look, and I can't find this fish netting there. So you would think now that it's summer you would see it, but maybe mine just doesn't have it. So I just maneuvered it. I wanted it to cover the corners. I went and grabbed some greenery that I had that I thought kind of looked like something you would see at the bottom of the ocean. One of them I think mimics seaweed. Just added some greenery in the corner. I thought it looked cute having that greenery in the corner. It also kind of hid some of my nautical rope madness edges I had going on. So it served two purposes. It hid my mistakes. Then I came in and I wanted the fishnet to just hang natural, but I also needed to secure it. So I flipped it over, added some hot glue in certain areas, and then I added more hot glue to the front, just little dabs of it, just to secure certain pieces so that it would look like it's hanging, but also I controlled where it was hanging. I didn't want the letters to be covered. So just by adding dabs of hot glue, I could put it down onto the canvas where it still looked natural, if that makes sense, but it wasn't going to go anywhere. I also had these cute little seashells from the Dollar Tree, so I finished this nautical acrylic poured wreath off by adding just seashells in the corners. I think that, you know, of course screams nautical, but it also hid some of my rope mistakes as well. So that worked out great. At the end, I flipped it over and I added E6000, just like I said I was going to secure the canvas and the hanger down and set it aside to dry. Let that baby go to bed for the night until the next day when I knew everything was secure and I could hang this up to show you. If you've been here before, you know how I love unique and different. I love outside the box, and I think this is just so different and not your everyday wreath. I love the pop of color from the canvas. I love the nautical with the rope and the fishnet and the seashells. I think this wreath turned out so cute. I really am not a wreath maker. I usually don't even attempt to make wreaths because that's just not my forte. But I'm really, really liking how this wreath came out. I hope she does. I'm going to bring it to her tomorrow and she can hang it on her door in her office. And I hope she loves it as much as I do. Thank you all so much for all your love and support. I love y'all. And next time on Kelly's Creations, we're going to do something really different. I am a Friends junkie, the TV show Friends. I also love to decorate. So while watching Friends, I've always saw her pickle canister, and I have one of these. So I grabbed it. I printed out homemade 1-cent pickles on my Cameo to mimic Monica's canister that she has in her kitchen on the Friends sitcom. And then it dawned on me, wouldn't it be fun to do a Friends themed tiered tray? So that's what we're going to do next Sunday. If you love the show Friends as much as I do, come back on Sunday and we're going to make some tiered tray decor for a themed Friends tiered tray. I can't wait to do this. I'm so excited about this video. I hope you are too. Have a blessed and wonderful week, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye, guys.